In the heart of a bustling American city, amidst the cacophony of honking horns, hurried footsteps and fast-paced life of modern times, there existed a sanctuary, a place where time seemed to slow and tranquility reigned supreme. This heaven was the Bonsai garden of Hiroshi Tanaka, a Japanese-American who had made this city his home decades ago. Right after the World War II, Japan was completely ravaged, and Hiroshi's journey to America started at this backdrop, and it was an arduous one. Born in a small village in Japan, outside the city of Kyoto, he was the eldest son in a family that had practiced the art of bonsai for generations. His father, a stern yet loving man, had instilled in him the values of patience, discipline, and respect for nature. The bonsai trees they nurtured were more than just plants. They were embodiments of their family's legacy and pride. World War II that was raging for years ended, but the war brought enormous economic hardships to Japan. The once thriving bonsai business struggled to survive, and opportunities were scarce, and the family was big. Hiroshi knew it was time he should take up the responsibility to support his family, along with his father, and preserve their art of bonsai making too. Hiroshi made his life's biggest and most difficult decision to say sayonara to his loving family, to immigrate to America, a land that promised new beginnings, but he was nervous for he didn't know what life had in store for him in America. Arriving in the United States, Hiroshi faced the challenges common to many immigrants: language barriers, cultural differences, and financial struggles marked his early years. Yet, he remained undeterred. Carrying with him a single bonsai tree, a symbol of his heritage and hope, he settled in a bustling city, determined to root himself in this new soil. Landing a job at the port didn't take much time to come by. He was happy with his job but often remained homesick, missed his loving family back in that small village in Japan. But Hiroshi had a steely resolve to settle down and support his family back home, and his cherished desire was to start a small bonsai garden, which would be his home away from home. Soon an opportunity came by, and he grabbed it with both his hands. An old American offered Hiroshi a space in his abandoned backyard so he could settle down there and start his dream Zen-style garden, his refuge, his home away from home, on the American soil. Days turned into months, months into years, and Hiroshi now has turned old. Hiroshi had patiently built his life in a foreign land, which he now calls home, content and happy with his success and achievements, away from home and family he loved so dearly. His life is now entirely dedicated towards his bonsai garden, his family legacy and pride. Hiroshi's garden was a tapestry of miniature trees, each meticulously sculpted to embody the grandeur of their full-sized counterparts. The art of bonsai, passed down through generations, was Hiroshi's lifeblood, a bridge connecting him to his ancestral roots while grounding him in his present reality. Every morning, as the first light of dawn kissed the city skyline, Hiroshi could be found tending to his bonsai. His movements were deliberate, each snip of the shears a testament to decades of dedication. To the untrained eye, these trees were merely ornamental, but to Hiroshi, someone who draws his lifeblood from these very bonsai garden, those were narratives, stories of resilience, patience, and harmony. One crisp autumn day, as golden leaves were caressing the ground, a young man named Kenji Nakamura stood at the entrance of the garden. Kenji, a second-generation Japanese-American, had been grappling with the dissonance between his cultural heritage and the contemporary world he finds himself so odd with. The weight of expectations, both familial and societal, had led him to seek solace, and the whispers of the city had guided him to Hiroshi's enclave. With respectful bow, Kenji introduced himself.
Sensei Hiroshi, I've heard tales of your mastery. the peace your garden brings. I humbly seek your guidance, please.
Hiroshi's eyes, crinkled at the corners from years of both joy and sorrow, regarded Kenji with a gentle warmth. He saw in the young man a reflection of his younger self, a soul yearning for balance in a world of constant motion.
Welcome, Kenji. The path of bonsai is not just about cultivating trees, also about cultivating oneself. If you are willing to learn, the garden is willing to
Thus
teach.
began Kenji's apprenticeship. The initial days were filled with challenges. Accustomed to the rapid pace of modern life, Kenji struggled with the meticulousness that bonsai demanded. His impatience led to mistakes. Branches cut too short, roots over-pruned. Frustration gnawed at him, and doubt cast long shadows over his resolve. One evening, sensing Kenji's inner turmoil, Hiroshi invited him to a tea ceremony, a ritual embodying mindfulness and presence. As the aromatic steam curled from their cups, Hiroshi spoke.
Kenji, in bonsai, as in life, we must find harmony between control and surrender. The tree teaches us to listen to its needs, its rhythms. Only then can we guide its growth.
Words resonated deeply within Kenji. He began to approach his practice with renewed perspective, embracing the process rather than fixating on the outcome. Days turned into months, and under Hiroshi's patient mentorship, Kenji's skills flourished. He learned to perceive the subtle cues of each tree, understanding that, like people, each had its own essence and story. As the seasons cycled, so did Kenji's transformation. The restlessness that once defined him gave way to a centered calm. He found parallels between the art of bonsai and his own journey. Both required patience, resilience, and an acceptance of imperfection. One day, Hiroshi presented Kenji with a young bonsai, its potential yet to be unveiled. "This tree is yours to cultivate," he said. "As you shape it, remember to also shape yourself." Years passed, and Kenji's tree evolved into a masterpiece, a living testament to his dedication and growth. The garden, once Hiroshi's solitary refuge, now echoed with the shared laughter and contemplations of mentor and apprentice. However, time, relentless and unforgiving, began to etch its marks upon Hiroshi. His movements slowed and his breaths became labored. Sensing the twilight of his journey approaching, Hiroshi called Kenji to his side.
Kenji, the garden has been my life's work, but it was never meant to be mine alone. This sanctuary is for all who seek its wisdom. I entrust it, continue to nurture it as it has nurtured
Tears
us.
glistened in Kenji's eyes as he clasped Hiroshi's hand. "I will honor your legacy, Sensei. The garden will continue to be a beacon of peace." Hiroshi's lips curved into a serene smile as he closed his eyes, the rhythm of his breath merging with the whispers of the wind. In the years that followed, Kenji became the guardian of the bonsai garden. He welcomed seekers from all walks of life, sharing the lessons he had learned. The garden flourished, not just as a collection of miniature trees, but as a testament to the enduring legacy of a man who understood that to cultivate a tree was to cultivate the soul. And so, amidst the ever-changing tapestry of the city, the bonsai garden remained, a timeless sanctuary where the art of patience and the beauty of nature converged, whispering to all who entered the profound lessons of life, growth, and harmony. Thanks a lot for watching. For more such life-changing stories, kindly subscribe, like and share. Please,